If my opponent is elected to Congress, his first vote will be to re-elect the same Republican leadership that has slashed programs that help middle-class families make ends meet. When it comes to Social Security, all we know is that he's, quote, open to changes, end quote. But what does that mean? Raising the retirement age? Cutting benefits? If Tom MacArthur had his way, he'd never answer that question. He'd let seniors and their families find out the hard way. It's appalling to me that in a district where our senior population ranks amongst the highest in the nation, that my opponent refuses to define what those changes actually mean. Tom MacArthur and I clearly have very different views on Social Security. He wants to change it, and I want to strengthen it. We can strengthen it in a responsible way, a way that ensures that Social Security and Medicare don't just survive, but thrive. It all starts with getting our economy moving. If Congress were to increase the minimum wage, which my opponent is against, it would add an additional $4.3 billion, billion with a B, to Social Security's coffers by 2016 alone. If Congress would pass pay equity legislation for women, which my opponent is also against, it would reduce Social Security's projected shortfall by 1/3. But instead of rolling up their sleeves, having a conversation, and getting something done, Congress has dug in its heels and proposed cut after cut after cut. And when it comes to enacting common sense measures that would help the middle class and strengthen our economy, Congress refuses. It all starts with getting our economy moving. Instead, Congress provides tax breaks for billionaires and companies that ship American jobs overseas. Congress has the wrong priorities and cannot be trusted to stand up for the middle class and for seniors. My opponent's profit at any cost approach would put Social Security and Medicare at risk. His opposition to strengthening these sacred trusts with much needed revenue from an increase in the federal minimum wage and passage of the Paycheck Fairness Act underscores how MacArthur either doesn't get it or doesn't want to get it. Well, I do get it. I've seen firsthand seniors who have spent their entire lives doing everything that they're supposed to do, saved up to retire with dignity, and now they're struggling. When I go to Congress, I will fight tirelessly to protect Social Security and Medicare for those that have paid into it, and together we will preserve it for our seniors and for generations to come. So thank you very much.